Listen, if your show is about a drunk middle-aged man beating up teenagers, I'm fucking in. And if he uses karate to carry out these assaults, and then from there uses his trusted position as sensei to have sex with one of his students' mothers.
Yeah, boy.
But who originally started this radical spiral of training the body for years, then drinking yourself into oblivion between violent outbursts? Well, CEX didn't have the first Karate Kid, so I'm going to tell you about the second one instead. The film starts and Mr. Miyagi is still trying to catch that fly with them chopsticks. And I think at this point we all need to agree that either A, there is no fly and his fucking brain's gone, or B, there is a fly and he thinks this is the best way to get rid of him. Anyway, they go to work building an extension for Mr. Miyagi's house. And Daniel-san is like, look, Mr. Miyagi, I built a frame for your medals to hang in your toilet. And Miyagi's like, look, Daniel-san, you're a good kid, but you fit wood like an ape with no thumbs, mate. And then this postman materialises out of fucking nowhere. Hey, Mr. Miyagi, I got a letter for you. Yeah? Well, I got a question for you. Why are you wearing a fucking bell on your head? Oh, it's a nice garden, this, but you gotta watch out with all these flowers. Lots of wasps. And you know, if you kill a wasp, they give off a scent that attracts more wasps. Alright, fucking Steve Irwin, well, answer me this. How the fuck would that be any benefit in nature? Here, boys, I'm dead. Come fucking help. Just take your fucking letters, alright? So it turns out Miyagi's dad is dying, so he needs to go back to Japan. And while he's queuing up for a passport, Daniel-san is like, why are you leaving? Because I just love big dumb Americans asking me questions every 2 fucking seconds. Can we not just have 5 minutes without you constantly asking me shit? What's karate? How do car engines work? Why won't the condom stay on? Fuck me. Okay, fucking hell. So, who's this girl? Oh, it's my best friend's wife. Well, why do you have a picture of her? Oh, I've got a lot more than that locked away up here. Let's just say she wasn't always married. And even when she was, it didn't matter to me. Then my buddy found out what I'd been doing behind his back, and he wanted this whole fight to the death type thing to sort it out. So I left the next day, because I'm a pacifist, and not because he's 6'4" with hands like frozen chickens. The next day they fly to Okinawa, and for 15 hours this lanky prick just talks, giving Miyagi time to meditate on what he did to his friend, and what are his views on the sanctity of marriage.
You got the milk, why buy the cow?
When they hop off the plane, this large menacing valet picks them up, and Miyagi's like, well, I didn't tell anyone I was coming, so there's no way you could have known to be here. But I'm old and I want to take my socks off, so Daniel-san, pay him and let's go. Mr. Miyagi, I'm 16, I don't have any money. So Daniel-san pays him with his fillings instead. But this was all a ruse, and they take Miyagi and Daniel-san to some murder warehouse. And then cue the coldest entrance ever. Oh shit, listen, Daniel-san, be cool. I may have fucked this guy's wife back in 63. Just follow my lead and pretend like we're here by some fucking fishing nets or something. I'm a lot fatter and bald than I was back then, so maybe he won't recognise me. But he does, and he's like, right, me and you are gonna have a fucking bare knuckle, but not yet. So Miyagi goes to his dad's house after this, and he lays his father, who also looks young enough to be his brother, to rest, during which Daniel-san sees an opportunity to get his knob sucked. The next day, they're walking around the village, and Daniel-san is like, why is it so shit here? And Miyagi explains that since they built an army base nearby, it scared all the fish away, so everyone has to go all the way to the big city for jobs. Fucking Okinawa's smaller than London, I think they'll manage. Get your cock out of your hand, Daniel-san. We gotta figure out what to do about this big crazy bastard in the power suit. Ah, fuck, that's him now. Just pretend like I don't speak English. Like when the cop showed up after I caved that guy's windpipe in that car park. But he speaks the same language as you do. Oh, shit. Right, you wife dogging bastard. Let's have this bare knuckle then. But before that, your father's dying and he wants to see you both right now. And he's like, you two are like my sons. Are you saying we shouldn't fight? No, Thunderdome. 2 men enter, 1 man leave. Anyway, I'm dead. Right, you heard him. Thunderdome it is. So they have a funeral for Miyagi's dad, and Daniel-san is like, I remember when my dad died. All I could think about was, maybe I wasn't a good son. Now it's too late. Stop fucking talking to me. Okay. Next day, Daniel-san is saying, what are you going to do about this guy? He wants to kill you. And Miyagi's like, my father always taught me the best way to avoid a fight is don't be there. But you flew across the world to the country he lives in. Just fucking enough, yeah? I'm your fucking sensei, listen to me. Anyway, watch this. Oh, can I try? Yeah, fuck it, why not? Later on, Miyagi's trying to get his knob sucked, but she's like, oh, what about Daniel-san? He's staying in the room next door, and all the walls of my house are made of paper. Look, don't worry about the boy. He's as dumb as rock and as dull as iron. Next day, this girl takes Daniel-san to this castle for some dogging. Every fucking morning. And after that, they go to this ice block breaking bar. And they're like, hey, we bet you can't break the ice, you pussy. Oh, Mr. Miyagi says fighting and gambling are wrong. I got 3-1, this skinny fuck breaks every bone in his body. Listen, I feel awful about the past few days, so I just wanted to buy you a beer and make amends. Mr. Miyagi says drinking's wrong. And after that, they go back to Mr. Miyagi's for a bit of light vandalism. It's getting beyond a joke now, this Mr. Miyagi. Why don't you just fucking fight him? Fight him! He wants to fucking Thunderdome me. You ever seen a Thunderdome? I once knew this Australian guy who did one, and he had to fight a midget and a giant at the same fucking time. But he forces Miyagi's hand when he drives a bulldozer through his garden wall. Right, we having a bare knuckle or what? Alright, fine, meet me in the old dog kennel behind the co-op. But Miyagi sold the beam, because honor debts are for fucking punks. But this guy's still a bit salty about Daniel-san not letting him buy him a beer. So like any sane individual, he dresses up like Scorpion and puts a knife in this woman's throat. Listen, I'm sorry you dickhead, fuck off. We'll settle this in Thunderdome. 2 man enter, 1 man leave. No, stop, I love him. No women in Thunderdome, this is our space, it's just for us. And then Mr. Miyagi gets a bit bored of watching Daniel-san get beaten to death, so he just plays with this thing instead.